Hi everyone, good morning. Welcome to Up with KREM on this Monday morning. It's here.
It's here.
I'm Tim Pham.
And I'm Channing Curtis. You're right, Tim. It is here. Because you know what
here.
else is here other
Pour
than
the
Monday?
coffee.
Snow is here, guys. I don't know if you've had a chance to look outside this morning, but if you have not, go outside, go check on your car, because you might see a little dusting of snow on your car.
My car was mad.
Tim was mad.
I was like, I need to turn my attitude around.
You needed an extra cup of coffee. Now, meteorologist Thomas Patrick has been getting us ready to get out the door this morning. So, Thomas, we got to ask, how long will the snow stick around?
Yeah, the snow might stick around until about 9 or 10 o'clock at the latest. I could spot out some statistics that might make you feel better. It might not. Today is our average final day of snowfall in Spokane. And we also do average 0.7 inches of snow in the month of April. I don't know if that makes you feel better, but it just is highlighting that this isn't necessarily unusual to get snow. But this belt of heavier snowfall, especially around Spangle to Cheney, Fairfield, these regions have gotten some very heavy snow through these early morning hours. So those darker blue shades, heavier snowfall, it is falling along Highway 195 and through Cheney, and those are the areas that are getting the most snowfall. There is Highway 195. Look at how snowy that is, just down to one lane, and it's barely that. So you're going to want to go very slow if you are traveling either way from or to Pullman for this morning. Now, it is a completely different story in, say, Coeur d'Alene, where there's barely any snow on the ground. And here in Spokane, we've only seen the snow stick to the grass, at least for now.
First this morning today, masks are no longer required in healthcare facilities. With the mandate ending, hospitals across the state are adjusting their protocols. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones live in downtown Spokane right now. So Brandon, this is one of the last places to have a mandate. So what does this actually mean for people visiting local hospitals?
Well, Tim, it means that they can expect something different for the first time in years, and that's because the order is officially lifted today. Providence hospitals like Sacred Heart have already alerted patients and visitors about some of the new masking policies they can expect when they arrive. Here's some of that information that they have put out there. So, for starters, for patients, masking is highly recommended when another person is in their room or providing care. The same recommendation applies for hallways and waiting areas. As for when a mask will be required, Providence says any patient that exhibits any sign of COVID or other respiratory illnesses will need to wear one. A mask will also be necessary for any person that has tested positive for COVID within 10 days of a visit to the hospital. Moving on to policies for visitors, much of the protocols are similar to the ones for patients, but one reminder Providence is pushing is that if you enter a hospital as a visitor, you're testing that you do not have COVID symptoms. For any Providence clinics, masks will no longer be required, but also recommended. And lastly, on a final note, Providence says they will continue to monitor COVID and other respiratory viruses. If they see a high increase of cases, they could reinstitute universal masking in their facilities. Reporting live in Spokane, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
More than 3 years after she was arrested, the trial of Lori Vallow begins today. She's charged with the murder of 2 of her children. Nicole Hernandez joins us now from the newsroom with more on what we can expect in court today.
So Lori Vallow's trial starts today in Ada County, and the court will start with jury selection today. The Associated Press says the trial could last up to 12 weeks. Vallow is on trial for the murder of her 2 children, conspiracy and grand theft charges. Her husband, Chad Daybell, is facing the same charges, but will be tried separately. The Vallow family has been ready for this trial to start for quite some time now.
There's 4 people to remember here. There's 2. There's 2 innocent kids. And that's what this is about. It's not about me. It's not about Kate. It's about justice for 2 children.
So taking a look back, it was a long road to get to the trial. It was back in September 2019 when Tylee Ryan and JJ Vallow were last seen alive. Police tried to do a welfare check on the kids in November 2019 when Vallow lied about where the kids were. When police went back a few days later, Vallow and Daybell were gone. That started a search for the couple, who eventually turned up in Hawaii. Details of Daybell and Vallow's extreme religious beliefs started surfacing as investigators continued searching for JJ and Tylee. People came forward saying Vallow saw herself as a deity and thought people in her life were possessed by evil spirits. After months of searching, investigators found JJ and Tylee's bodies on Daybell's property in June of 2020. Both Vallow and Daybell are also charged in the death of Daybell's late ex-wife. The Associated Press says prosecutors were at first planning on pursuing the death penalty in this case, but a judge took that off the table. Vallow's defense says they are planning on showing Vallow has an alibi. In the newsroom, Nicole Hernandez, KREM 2 News.
It is 7:06. It's time for your morning rush. More news in less time. This morning, an investigation is underway into a police chase in Post Falls on Saturday. Here's what we know. Idaho State Police chased someone who stole a car when the driver crashed and rolled the car. The driver died at the scene. Another person in the car was taken to a hospital with serious injuries. New details this morning. No charges are being filed against the Spokane County Sheriff's deputy who shot and killed a man in Hilliard last August. Deputies say the man was wanted on a felony warrant. He reportedly backed his pickup towards deputies, nearly pinning one against the wall of a storage unit. The Spokane County Prosecutor's Office found the deputy had reason to fear for his life when he shot the suspect. New from over the weekend, a woman died after being hit by a person driving a car in the Liberty Lake Safeway parking lot. The driver stayed on scene. Police are investigating if drugs or alcohol were involved. Happening now, the Grant County Sheriff's Office asking for help identifying a person driving this car that hit an elderly man east of Soap Lake. Deputies want to speak to the driver of this white Subaru Outback towing a trailer. If you recognize this car, contact the Grant County Sheriff's Office at the number there on your screen. New dash cam footage from the Adams County Sheriff's Office show a dramatic police chase. The suspect is identified as 35-year-old Andres Garza from Othello. He was wanted for robbery. When he was confronted, he took off in his car. Deputies had to use what is called a pursuit intervention technique or a pit maneuver to bring his car to a stop. Garza tried to run away again. He was taken into custody after deputies tasered him. And that is a look at your morning rush.
So our morning commute forecast, where locations in southern Spokane County are seeing snowfall stick to the roadways. Highway 195 is getting hit particularly bad near Spangle, so be careful if you are traveling either north or south through that region. Here in Spokane, we should be just fine. Most of the snow has only stuck to the grassy surfaces as it stands for this morning. In the afternoon, graupel is never a worry. It might fall, but it never sticks around for very long. But this little belt of heavy snow over southern Spokane County has certainly given us the most worry in terms of road conditions so far today. High temperatures this afternoon should be in the mid-40s yet again, except on the Palouse, where Pullman might struggle to hit 40 degrees today.